The backbone of a nation's airborne defense and attack are fighter jets. They are built for high-speed maneuverability and frequently also have a high level of durability, making them useful for both establishing air superiority in a conflict and intercepting approaching enemy aircraft. Jet fighters that are still in use today include some from the 1960s. Here are the top 10 most used fighter jets in the world, ranked by number of aircraft in service as of 2021. Number 10. Northrop Grumman F-5, 412 aircraft. The Northrop Grumman F-5 jet fighter, which was first flown in 1963, has established itself as a dependable, affordable, and highly nimble jet fighter. More than 2,600 of them were produced by Northrop Grumman before production was stopped in 1989. In 26 countries, including the US, around two-thirds of the original production aircraft still in use. The jet fighter's lifespan has increased as it transitioned from a frontline combat vehicle to a training aircraft. Number 9. Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, 445 aircraft. The jet fighter is hailed by F-35 Lightning II producer Lockheed Martin as the centerpiece of 21st century global security. Very low observable stealth technology, cutting-edge sensors, information fusion that produces a single, integrated picture of the battlefield, network connectivity, and advanced sensors are all features of the aircraft's fifth generation. The F-35 Lightning II is renowned for its capacity to gather, examine, and share data in addition to its long range and maneuverability. The F-35 is flown by the United States and 14 other nations. Number 8. Chengdu J-7, 445 aircraft. The Chengdu Aircraft Corporation of China created and produced the single-engine, light fighter jet known as the J-7. Its style is derived from that of its forebearer, the renowned Soviet-built MiG-21 aircraft. According to Air Force Technology, more than 2,400 J-7s were produced between 1996 and 2013. J-7 variations were produced by Chengdu Aircraft in two different versions, a Chinese domestic version and an export version. There are about 26 export variants in use worldwide, including in the air forces of Bangladesh, Pakistan, Namibia, and Nigeria. Number 7. Sukhoi Su-25, 474 aircraft. Since its initial construction in 1975, the Soviet Union's Su-25 has been involved in a number of conflicts. The single-seat, twin-engine Sukhoi Su-25 is a jet aircraft intended to provide close air support for ground forces. It is thought that the aircraft uses a laser rangefinder installed on its distinctive nose to allow laser-based targeting. The aircraft took to the skies during the Soviet Union's conflict in Afghanistan, and an Iraqi Air Force variant that was ordered flew about 900 combat missions during its conflict with Iran. During the Gulf War in 1991, coalition forces destroyed numerous Iraqi Su-25s on the ground. Following the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia used the Su-25 in the 2008 war with Georgia, in which Georgia also used Su-25s, as well as the Chechen warfare in the 1990s. The Russian Air Force now flies the most Su-25s and had intended to modernize older aircraft, but lack of finance has hampered the process. Number 6. Eurofighter Typhoon, 512 aircraft. The consortium of British, German, Italian, and Spanish aerospace companies created the Eurofighter Typhoon, the most expensive combat aircraft ever built in Europe. Production was delayed due to funding, technical, and design disagreements among the participating nations, and the launch in 1994 occurred 2 years later than anticipated. It was marketed as the most technologically advanced fighter aircraft ever. The ground attack and air defense roles of the multi-role aircraft were designed. Its features include radar, a voice-activated computer system, and a target display on the pilot's visor. The aircraft was bought by Saudi Arabia and Austria separately. Number 5. Mikoyan MiG-29, 822 aircraft. The Soviet Union's response to the F-15 and F-16 jet fighters made in the United States was the MiG-29. It was designed to take on enemy aircraft and went into service for the Soviet Air Force in 1982. It now served as a multi-purpose fighter. Sometimes MiG-29s are outfitted with a variety of air-to-surface weapons and precision ammunition. Their swept-back wing configuration offers excellent maneuverability. The MiG-29 was still in use by the former Soviet republics, including Russia's Air Force, after the Soviet Union disintegrated. The plane has been used by more than 30 other nations. Number 4. F/A-18 Hornet, 893 aircraft. The U.S. Navy and U.S. Marine Corps fly the F/A-18 Hornet, which is the country's first all-weather twin-engine fighter and attack aircraft. The U.S. Navy and Marine Corps both put the F/A-18 into operational service in 1984. By shooting down enemy aircraft and bombing targets in the same mission during Operation Desert Storm, the second phase of the Gulf War in 1991, it demonstrated its value. The Hornet showed that it could withstand direct surface-to-missile attacks by returning to duty after only 1 day of repairs. The F/A-18 Hornet is used in flight displays by the U.S. Navy's Blue Angels. The jet fighter has served in the airstrike forces of a number of nations, including Malaysia, Australia, Canada, and Finland. Number 3. F-15 Eagle, 963 aircraft. A dual-role fighter with the capability of carrying out air-to-air and air-to-ground operations is the F-15E Strike Eagle. In 1974, it was initially used by the American Air Force. The F-15 Eagle is renowned for its excellent acceleration and maneuverability. The engine's thrust was more than the aircraft's laden weight for the first time in a U.S. aircraft. It was able to accelerate as a result of climbing. It can turn without losing airspeed thanks to its excellent thrust-to-weight ratio. The targeting pod of the F-15 Eagle is equipped with a laser designator and tracking system that can mark an adversary at a vast distance. Number 2. Sukhoi Su-27, 1,063 aircraft. The Soviet Union sought to create a jet fighter that could compete with the F-15 of the United States. The Su-27 was eventually redesigned and went into service in 1985 following certain technical issues that may have claimed the lives of several Soviet pilots. It has lived up to its reputation as a capable and trustworthy jet fighter, and its derivatives are still frequently deployed, notably those flown in China. The Su-27 can carry up to 10 air-to-air missiles, which is a sizable arsenal. Due to its excellent maneuverability and large fuel capacity, it may serve as an escort fighter. Number 1. F-16 Fighting Falcon, 2,248 aircraft. The US and a number of NATO nations collaborated to create the F-16, also known as the Fighting Falcon by the Air Force. The multi-role aircraft has a lightweight fuselage and is a low-cost, highly nimble jet. It has demonstrated its durability in battle. The F-16 outperforms rival fighter aircraft in its capacity to resist forces up to 9 times greater than those of gravity. In support of Operation Desert Storm, F-16 multi-role fighters were sent to the Gulf War in 1991, flying more sorties than any other type of aircraft. They destroyed MiG fighters on the ground, tanks, radar installations, and airfields, as well as military production facilities, Scud missile sites, and airfields. The next highest jet fighter on the list is outnumbered by the 2,248 F-16 Fighting Falcons that are still in service. That was everything for our top 10 list of the most used fighter jets in the world. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, and to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos like this one.